Hey guys, so I am back with my like miniature book haul type thing. I have a couple to show you on my Nook, which I'm going to show you first that I purchased because it's going to take the longest for me to bring up all the covers and stuff. But got some on my Nook, and then I bought a couple of books for pretty cheap that I'll show you as well. And then I do have a couple of books that I borrowed off of a friend that I'm going to show you, but those will be last. As I have told you guys before, like all of my stuff's still down in Virginia right now, which means all of my books are still in Virginia right now. I have a couple that I have two books besides my Nook, which has a bunch of books on it that I actually brought up from Virginia because the one I was currently reading and the other one I wanted to read. Um, I'll get into those later or in my next video that I make today, which is my what I've read in my TBR um, for you guys. So I'm gonna start off with showing you my what I got on my Nook because, like I said, this is probably gonna take me a little bit of time because I need to bring up all the covers and stuff for you guys. So the first book on my Nook that I got is called, which all of these were free books except for the last one. So the first book I got is called A Little Vampire Story, and it's by Christopher Andrews. Um, I'm not going to read you guys the synopsis of the books because it'll take too long. And I don't want this video to be extremely long. That way I have enough time to make you guys the other video today. But it's by, like I said, it's a Little Vampire Story by Christopher Andrews. Let me see if I can get this to focus for you. So that's the first book that I got. The second book that I got, if it'll bring it up. Okay. The second book that I got, also free on my Nook, is called A Vampire's Bite Before Christmas, and it's by Rusty Fisher. And you guys will notice too, most of these books that I'm going to show you are vampire books, because you guys know me and I love vampires. So, the next book, also free that I got on my Nook, is called Beyond the Threshold of Death, Vampire Saga Book 1, and it's by Erica Knudsen. The next book, also free that I got, my Nook is being really, really dumb right now. It doesn't want to let me view the details of the book. Anyways, it's called Blood Singers, Vampire Paranormal Romance Blood Series Number 1, and it's by Tamara Rose Blaguette or Blagette. I'm not sure how you pronounce the last name, but there's that one. Let's see. The next one I got is called Bloodstorm, Heart of a Vampire, Book 1, and it's by Amber Callan. Again, that was free. The last, no, not the last. The next book that I got, I wanted to do a classic, one of the classic vampire books. So I decided to get Dracula from Bram Stoker. It was free on my Nook. It does not have an actual like cover on it, um, but I decided to pick that up as well because I've been wanting to reread some of the classic books, again. Uh, Next book I got is Sunrise at Sunset, the Sunset Vampire Series, Book 1, and it's by Jazz Primo, or Primo. Again, not sure how you pronounce the last name. There it is. And then the last book that I got, I actually paid for. Um, and I bought it for, I believe it was $6. And it is not a vampire book, surprisingly. It's one of the, well, not one of the only non-vampire books that I got, but it's one of the few non-vampire books that I got. I've heard a lot of really, really amazing things about this series. It is a dystopian book. I, like I said, you guys have known, from previous videos, if you followed me for a while, I'm not a big dystopian fan. Um, After reading Wither, I kind of really didn't want to even try to read any more dystopians. I just wasn't into them. They didn't hold my interest or what have you. But I watched a review, well, a couple reviews of this book, and it just the people reviewing this book made it sound so good that I have to try. So I got it to read. I'm gonna try it. Hopefully I'll like it. And it is Divergent, from Veronica Roth, which is the first book in that series. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited about that. But that's all of the books on my Nook that I got. So now I'm going to show you the books that I purchased that are, um, which there's not very many, but I got them. I got all of them for like a really, really good price, and they're all hardback. So the first book that I purchased, um, which the original price sticker I'll show you, and then I'll show you the sticker of how much I paid for it on this one, is Bloodlines from Rochelle Mead, which is her spin-off series for the Vampire Academy series, which I have not finished yet, so I can't even read this book yet. But it's right here, and it is hardback, and the original price is $13.29. I only bought it for $1.99. You guys can see the $1.99 sticker there. And I bought this at a store called Ollie's. They discount books, like majorly discount books. Um, so I was able to pick this up in hardback. Absolutely love this cover. And it shows you there your Vampire Academy series on the back. So I'm really, really excited to finish the Vampire Academy series once I get my books up here from Virginia, to finish off that series and get started on this series. I'm really, really excited, um, for that. So yeah, the next book that I bought at Ollie's, um, is a prequel to another series that I had started reading. The series is the Nightshade series by Andrea Kremer. I read and reviewed Nightshade, and I haven't started Wolfsbane yet. And then there's still, I think, at least one more book after Wolfsbane. I think there's only one more, which I don't even have yet. But this is the prequel to that series by Andrea Kremer, and it's called Rift. And I'm really excited for this as well. Um, I don't know what the original price on this book is. Again, it's hardback. I don't know what the original price on this book was, but I only paid $2.99 for it. So yeah, you can't beat that. I love really, really cheap books. I think I'm going to start going to the store Ollie's a lot more. They have really good books that are cheap, and they're hardback, and I just can't get over how cheap they are for hardback books. So yeah, I got those two. Then the final book I was actually really surprised to get. It is also hardback, and it is from, the dollar store, actually. We have a store up here called Dollar Tree, and everything in the store, no matter what it is, everything is guaranteed to be $1. Um, Whether it's books or cleaning supplies or cards or candy or food or makeup or whatever, clothes, whatever. It's all guaranteed to be $1. So I was really excited to come across this book. Um, if you guys are, again, have been following me for a while, you guys know I'm a really big fan of a series called the Anita Blake series, and they're by Laurel K. Hamilton. I've already done a couple reviews for some of her books. I think I'm on the third book to that series right now, which again, it's in Virginia, so I can't even finish or read it. But this is part of that series, and it's a book that I do not own of the series. And so yeah, I'm really excited. It was $1. I mean, you can't beat that. $1 for a hardback book, and it's called Flirt. And I don't know what part of the series this book goes, or what number in the series this book is. I'll have to like look it up on Google or something whenever I get internet again, so that way I know what part of the series this goes to. But I am so excited to have it. And it is in hardback, and it was only $1. And I'm actually really surprised to have seen it in my in that store because most of the books they do sell there are a lot of like Christian fiction or you know if like they sell a lot of Bibles and stuff in there too, but it's like a lot of their actual books are like Christian fiction, um, and like documentary type books about like starving children and um, like slaughterhouses and stuff. Like it's really weird. So I was like thrilled to find this book on their shelf. Um, so yeah, really glad that I went there and found that. The last set of books I'm going to show you, these are all borrowed books. I'm going to show you the first part of the books I'm going to show you is all a series, and they're by Christopher Pike, and it's the Thirst series, which is the last vampire series in a in bind up form. But he released, I guess, like a couple books that are not originally part of the last vampire series, like he expanded on the series, and I didn't know that. I thought all the Thirst books were just the books in bind up form, and I've read that series before. So I was like, well, I'm not even gonna bother. Well, like I said, I guess he actually added, like, updated the story and stuff too. So I'm reading them, and I'm gonna see, if I like them or not. Uh, for what he updated, I'm sure I will because I absolutely loved this series before. But I have Thirst Volume 1, and like I said, these are all from Christopher Pike. I have Thirst Volume 1, which includes The Last Vampire, Black Blood, and Red Dice, which are the first three books in the Last Vampire series. And it's right here. Trying to make it so that way my camera will pick it up. It's the light is reflecting too much, I think, on the cover, but yeah. There's number 1, then here's the back. And I just literally just started reading it today. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just started reading it today. Um, so we'll see. Then I have Thirst Volume. I have to dig through this bag here, so don't mind me. I have Thirst Volume number 2. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this last one out too. Okay. Thirst Volume number 2, which includes Phantom, Evil Thirst, and Creatures of Forever. So that's, again, part of the original part of the Last Vampire series. I am so sorry, you guys, about the lighting. I know it's horrible. I'm trying my best here with what I have to work with. Then I have Thirst Volume number 3, and it doesn't say if what books it includes, so I don't know if this is where he started adding on to the series or not, but it says The Eternal Dawn, Thirst the Eternal Dawn number 3. So I'm not sure if this is an add-on to the series or not, if this is where the add-on starts. Um, I'm sure you could look it up on Google and find out. I personally don't know, so I'm going to make sure I Google that information myself once I get internet back. Um, so I have that one. And these are all pretty relatively thickish books, so I'm really excited. And I have Thirst number 4, and it's called The Shadow of Death. Uh, so there's that one. This one has, a bunch of his books on the back of it as well. And then this last one, I don't know when this came out. According to a friend of mine, because I have not been following up on Christopher Pike at all, and according to the friend of mine who let me borrow this, which you guys have heard of her before whenever you guys have watched my huge borrowed books book hauls. Um, she's the one that lent me all those books. She's lending me these ones as well. Um, she told me this just recently came out, not that awful long ago. So, and it's Thirst number 5, The Sacred Veil. I don't know how long ago exactly it came out, but she said that it was not that awful long ago. So, let's see if I can get it in the light right here. There we go. Somewhat better. No, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so there's this one as well, number 5. So I'm really excited. I didn't know he was adding on to the series. Like I said, I thought he was just taking um, the original The Last Vampire series and just putting them in bind up form, which I knew wouldn't take up very many books because if I remember right, there are not that many books to the original The Last Vampire series that he wrote. And the books, if you buy them single book, like the single books, they're really, really tiny. So I knew it wouldn't take up very much uh, of these bind ups to do. And whenever she told me there's actually 5 of them right now and there's a 6th one coming out, I was like, he must have added on to the story. I have to read these. So that's why I got these. Um, and then the last couple books that she brought for me have a little bit of a story behind them. I have been in a huge mood for zombies. Normally for me it's vampires, but recently it's been zombies. I've been zombie addicted like for the past like week or two. I've been watching a lot of zombie movies. My fiance, which I watched a lot of zombie movies to begin with because my fiance is a huge zombie fan. Um, so we always are watching like a lot of zombie movies, even the like Z-list movies, with Z-list actors. Um, we've watched them. We've watched the most like horribly, like horribly done zombie movies ever, like the cheesiest zombie movies ever. We've probably seen them. We've seen pretty much every zombie movie there is so far. Um, but I have been in a zombie mood, which excites him because like he's a huge zombie fan and he loves, 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 loves to watch zombie movies. And I thought to myself, I have never actually read a zombie book. I have watched a lot of movies with zombies. I've watched a lot of TV shows with zombies. I've watched a lot of anime with zombies, but I've never actually read a zombie book. So she brought me 3 zombie books to read. Um, so I'm actually really excited to see if I can even get into the genre of zombies in book form. So the first one she brought me is Dawn of the Dreadfuls, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Steve Hawkinsmith, which I've heard a lot about, but I've never actually read it. So I'm excited for some zombie action in my books, in my normal reading schedule life. She bought this from Ollie's because she has a sticker on here. She bought that one from Ollie's as well, the next one. So I can tell you what she paid for it. $2.99, and the original price was $12.95. So that shows you how much of a discount she got on that. But yeah, so she brought me that one, which is awesome. I'm really excited to read it. Then this one she also got from Ollie's, I know because she didn't take the sticker off the back. And it's called The Christian Zombie Killer's Handbook, Slaying the Living Dead Within. And it's by Jeff Kinley. Um, and she said that this is actually like a really, really funny book. She really liked it, so I'm excited for that as well. And this says their price, which means the price you'd pay for this book in like a bookstore, was $22.99, and she bought it at Ollie's for $3.99. So there's her little sticker there. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this too. I'm excited to read all of these books. I don't know. I've never, like I said, I've never read zombie books before, so that excites me. And then this last one is called Zombie Stories, and it is by a whole bunch of authors. It's called Z Zombie Stories, by a whole bunch of different authors. I guess it's a bunch of short stories, um, that are all like zombie short stories that are all in one book. 'Cause it's by like a bunch of different authors. So yeah, really excited to read this too. Let's see if I can. So yeah, I'm really excited to read these. Like I said, I have never read like legit zombie books. And lately I have just been in the mood to read. Sorry, I've just been in the mood to read some zombie books. I was laughing because I seen like a spoof of Twilight, like zombie style, in the back here, and that just kind of made me laugh. I don't know. Um, I like reading spoof books too, but yeah, so I'm really excited to read these, and as soon as I do read them, I will let you guys know like my thoughts on them and stuff. Really excited to get into some zombie books. So, 'cause like I just mentioned, I've never read um, zombie books before. Um, so yeah, really excited about that. Um, that's pretty much that's it for the little haul. Told you guys it wasn't that big. That's it for the little haul. So I'm gonna go ahead and just uh, get going now, and I will make my next video for you guys, which is gonna be my what I've read and my to be read, which is gonna be a combined video. I'll explain it in that video. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys there. Bye.